So in your assignment, add and subtract fractions with related denominators. I know there's been lots of questions. So let's look at some students who've already had some work and maybe are struggling a bit. In this problem, 9/10 plus 1/2, the student correctly says, well, 9/10, I need to add a half. I'm looking for that common denominator of tenths, so I'm going to put in 5/10. 1/2 equals 5/10 if I multiply both my numerator and denominator by 5. Well, notice the student correctly did it, but Mathspace gives you the green check mark, but it's not shaded in, and we're looking for it to be shaded in. The student, maybe a little frustrated, said, hey, I know this is right. I'm doing this over and over. But the word that Mathspace uses is evaluate. Evaluate means to come to an answer. So we know we need to evaluate what's going on here. So we're trying to come to an answer. The student recognizes, well, 9/10 plus 5/10 is 9 plus 5/10. Eventually that student says, hey, 9 plus 5/10, hey, that's 14/10. I know that. Why is Mathspace still not telling me I'm correct? Mathspace is telling you, hey, you are still on the right path. All of these mean you're right. You're on the right path. It's not the final answer that Mathspace wants. And what Mathspace really wants you to do then is to simplify. Okay, and if that is something you're not sure how to do, sixth graders, we will work on simplifying together. But notice that this student finally recognized I need to simplify, meaning 14/10. If I divide both the numerator and the denominator by 2, I get 7/5. And now Mathspace is finally happy with your simplified answer that you evaluated. Here's another example where this student, well, first they did 7 plus 11 is 18, and they kept the denominator of tenths, but wait, they never said 11/2. We never made that into an equivalent fraction. So to make that into an equivalent fraction, 7/10 plus 11/2. 11/2 to get to tenths, we need to multiply both the numerator and denominator by 5, resulting in 55/10. So now the student got 7/10 plus 55/10 is 62/10. Yay! But Mathspace is not totally happy. Why not? Because the student has yet to simplify. We need to simplify these. The student said, okay, I can turn this into a mixed number. Definitely on the right track. But Mathspace still wasn't happy because that 2/10 wasn't simplified. So Mathspace, to make Mathspace happy, 2/10, we can divide both the numerator and the denominator by 2, getting 1/5. This is an equivalent fraction to 2/10. And now Mathspace finally was happy. And that's what you're working towards.